Get it?
Okay. I was expecting a little bit of extra for Meta Athena, but still envious fans in the audience.
It was a really interesting touch. Normally, the count is done in Korean for the fan cheers, but for some unknown reason, I've never heard this before. It's just the Western team. They said 3, 2, 1. So the Hanatur said, which is the lead up to that. So even chanting for them in English there. So getting pretty hyped for the Western team here.
I'm surprised we didn't have the start of the chant just be happy birthday effect.
Or happy birthday, Atlas. I was surprised that wasn't the case either.
Oh, no. Oh, come on, you.
So let's take a look at these compositions as we get out the gate. Mickey will be staying on his trademark Diva.
Meta Athena going back to triple tank, though.
Yep, including
interesting.
It's the Zarya effect, right? And this is their weakest map because they say they can't use Zarya very well here.
Good hook to come out, though, as Alpha's already picked up a kill with that Flame Strike.
So this first exchange is going to be really important, obviously, because you get the edge. As control point maps work, I mean, you get the first cap because it's much easier to defend without using your ults than taking. It's going to be a nice edge here. Looks like it's going to go over to Meta Athena. Envyus will give up control.
This is dangerous as well, giving control of the point over to this triple tank composition with the Reinhardt there to help and stand in that front line. Moving them off this point will be so much more difficult. Good hook comes out from Timer to start things off. The Harry Hook has already fallen down.
Tons of damage coming out there from Moon, who's already nearly built up a Graviton Surge this early into the map. 90%.
Yeah.
It's going to be on Mickey to try to eat that.
And it's so dangerous as well. There are so many walls that Graviton Surge can be used in such great effect if he does catch them unawares. Still keeping this charge up as well. I mean, look at that, over 80 for so long as well.
Just trying to funnel them into the choke point where he can get the most value out of it, or he may use it behind this wall either. He gets hooked, tosses it down at the same time. It's not eaten by Mickey here.
3 members caught in that, but good barrier helps survive a little bit for these guys, but Effect and Timer have both fallen down. And it looks like we've gone back in time, Wolf. Meta Athena is making this triple tank composition look like it's the meta.
They have so many more ults to work with now. That was very efficient for them, really just using the Graviton Surge there. Those at the end of that fight, Hoon was positioned very safely, just at max range to do damage, full energy.
So much damage to those Helix rockets just to make sure that they can't get over to this point easily.
Okay, it looks like TacVisor is going to come out here. In fact, looking for the flank on the backside here. Not able to find anybody, though. Does top this in blind,
there it
double.
is! That would have been a double with the Pulse Bomb, but he managed to kill Player before it even went off, Wolf.
Indeed. That's going to be a nice pick here. This may be the take for Envyus.
Oh, good sleep, though.
Okay, self-destruct just tossed in here for the secure.
They just bumped into each other.
That's happened. They took a little nap after they had that collision.
I get confused sometimes.
That's all right. They're just resting. That's what Mom said, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that was, unfortunately, a wasted self-destruct for Mickey. And Meta Athena really might only just need one more cap to actually take this first round, but still, effect with the double was actually how they carry this. Now looking for the pick here on the back line onto the Ana.
Yeah, just trying to build up for that Pulse Bomb as quickly as he can. Getting well and truly amongst it right now as Transcendence does fly out. Harry Hook able to get his better half as Mickey's able to grab himself a kill as well. So nicely done. Effect still being frustrating on the back line. Throws out the Pulse Bomb, but Player is able to get himself out of the way.
Now, against this composition of Envyus, it will be very difficult for Hoon to get an amazing offensive Graviton Surge. That's why it's so important they won the first point, but can he take it back with another good one here? That's going to be the big question. As Mickey still is going to be looking to deny that, knows his position as well. Timer with the Deadeye here available.
Oh, look at these players and see whether they're going to be focusing out Mickey here as well. He's going to have to be so necessary.
Oh, look at us dropping it from behind. No one saw it.
Oh my God, through the wall. One more time. The self-destruct easily picks up the double as we're seeing some old meta plays coming out again with these combo ultimates from Meta Athena.
Mickey here going to get picked off a little bit late. This is going to be likely the recap for Meta Athena.
Nice stagger as well coming in.
Yeah, this is really problematic. Envyus is really going to have one more shot at this one. And they don't have any ults to make this happen. Kako's going to be the only one with Primal Rage. It's very effective to buy time, but not everything else. Mickey soon the self-destruct. Messiah getting ready to use this TacVisor defensively at the right moment once the Diva suit is down.
Timer just going to get that shot immediately onto Player. Oh, really good sound barrier to stop that headshot from grabbing the kill. As Timer, he's in trouble, gets bopped in the skull by Alpha. Another self-destruct coming in, just trying to get them off this point, but it's not really enough to get too much done. Effect still running around this point, and you can see now into overtime, Envyus trying to get this one back.
This was actually definitely a better fight for them. Player still has Tac Visor, though he didn't use it. He was picked off early in the fight. Alpha's Earth Shatter did not really accomplish much at the start of that fight either, which is why things started to go wrong for them. And looks like they're just going to have to set up for another push here. Player going to be the key factor. Libero soon with the self-destruct. Hoon's not going to have Graviton, but he may at the end of the fight.
Well, once again, Meta Athena looking at Player to get this work done. The Nanovisor will be available, but can he get into position to use it is the question. His Effect darting around, being frustrating once again. Building up that ult charge. Still has 40% to go, though, as Mickey's able to pick up a kill to start this one off. Good beginning to this fight, as there's the Nano actually used onto Hoon. He almost has that Graviton Surge, and now Player getting this flank. Gets chips immediately, and there's the Graviton Surge.
That's what they needed. They needed more. They need more, though, to get the kill onto chips already. There goes Harry.
Fire Strike comes in, and Alpha's actually just swinging this hammer around, claiming the lives of Envyus. Only 3 members alive. Mickey's going to get out of that suit and get destroyed. Chip's the last one here, and that's the switchback. Meta Athena, 99-99, grab themselves the first point.
Several of those key engagements came down to the Graviton Surge. They were able to make that fight go on long enough. They were able to protect Player long enough to where he wasn't picked off by Effect. The Graviton Surge came in, then he got the kill there immediately onto the Zenyatta, and was able to just kind of clean things up from there. Despite Alpha dying early on that fight, they were able to buy time to get that Graviton.
Yeah.
And Hoon's making it happen. Two big ones in that last round there.
And I love how well it works as well on that particular map. Because we haven't really seen it, I've sort of forgotten these key little points that you can just throw the Graviton Surge through the wall and catch them completely unawares. Envyus got caught twice in that trap. See whether they've got anything else planned as we move on to point 2.
Okay, this is where we're going to see Libero's Pharah, and this is what I was talking about earlier. Can Envyus knock him out of the sky? Because we're seeing a lot of Pharah in this best of 5. Taimu is going to be the one to look to do it. We've already seen his hit scan accuracy is pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah. Libero right now, though, looking relatively safe. That barrier going down, meaning that they've got a lot of room to work with, and already health bars getting torn apart. Meta Athena just playing as a unit right now. Everyone stacked on top of each other. Envyus doing that sort of dive composition thing where you're spreading everyone out, you're using that mobility effectively, and then you collapse in, but they just couldn't find the collapse. The picks were coming out for Meta Athena too effectively.
So much pressure from Player onto Taimu non-stop as well, making it a lot more difficult for him to get the shots off. And, you know, that's the story of Player, as it will be for Effect in this series as well. He's looking for the pick here, but Winston is the target, not an easy one to bring down.
Yeah, barrier. Trying to help save his life there as well. As you can see, Effect almost untouched on the backline here. Picks up one. As there's the res. It's going to stop any of that from being too much of a problem. And Envyus now losing their health bars. Mickey so close to losing that suit, and there he goes.
That's going to be the big problem. Once the D.Va suit is gone, so much easier for things like this to happen. The barrage comes out.
Yes. And they timed that so beautifully. We mentioned it briefly on the last point, but you get rid of that mech, you no longer have that defense matrix. And things like the rocket barrage become so important without a Reinhardt to worry about.
Envyus, though, did build up a lot of ults here. They didn't use much, so they're basically ready for a retake very soon. So it wasn't a crushing victory here for Meta Athena in that last fight. Deadeye going to be the first one to look at here as Taimu tries to sneak around, find a flank to knock out either the Pharah or the D.Va.
Oh, beautiful hit scan from Taimu.
Immediate res once again, but he's got the Deadeye popping out. Unfortunately, completely blocked here, though, by Hoon.
Matrix just too good. And Hoon's D.Va play looking like it has most certainly had a lot more practice. Doesn't seem to matter as Envyus are picking up kills left, right, and center. Seemed like that Deadeye was just used as more of a baiting tool and let everybody else collapse in around the side.
Exactly.
Effective work.
Yeah, we talk about how important the defense matrix is, and this drew Hoon's attention towards Taimu, but didn't protect anyone else on his team because he dove in so hard. So off screen, Envyus cleaned everybody up, and it was mostly because of Effect. Once again, just the excellent DPS player we've heard so much about.
Yeah. Has thrown out the pulse bomb now, though. You can see Player already able to take down chips. Meta Athena with strong positioning here on this high ground, and Libero just taking advantage of the skies, gets taken down very, very low, and Alpha's already died. The frontline, large member of that, now unable to be a problem. And Libero takes down Mickey there on the back end.
Okay, Saya player just continuing to clean up here. And this is going to be the flip back to Meta Athena. For Envyus, the tools they have left to use to attack this really going to be the Deadeye, a Pulse Bomb. Going to have Sound Barrier to buy time. They're not going to have the Self-Destruct. Mickey used that early. He was picked off immediately as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough take back. Nuss is going to have a res too. Here comes the Deadeye looking for a blind shot. He's not going to get it though.
I can't actually charge this one very effectively, and there's the Pulse Bomb, just to make sure that he's not going to be able to stand there and deliver with those bullets, but still unable to actually find the kill. Oh,
nice
beautiful
deny.
Stun. Stops the rocket barrage, but Chips had already been taken down. Libero answers that as Taimu is going to get the revenge kill. And Mickey and Coco going ballistic on the back end. The Primal Rage just to get them off this point. Envyus doing well so far as Saya player, just doing what he can to try and be a nuisance. And look at Meta Athena's comeback.
With the early picks there, those spawns are just so separated from each other. Looks like they're going to hold this one off. Effect trying to buy some time, but he can't do it. And map number
get back
one
on the point, yeah.
Map number one goes to Meta here. Well played.
Well, that is actually going to be the 2-0. The Meta Athena taking down Envyus in the first control round in, honestly, unexpected fashion. I mean, that last one was definitely more of a meta choice, right? Because we've been seeing...
I get it.
There's the Meta Athena crouch here we were looking for in the first map.
Well, now that they've won one, Taimu now being very, very vocal.
Yeah.
Not sure what he's saying.
Well,
would like comms.
Probably discussing the potential Widowmaker here, as they are on attack, and we've seen him run it.
Yeah.
Effect is locking it in for the time being, though.
Well,
so...
Meta Athena here as well, running that triple tank composition once again. Sort of less of a surprise on this particular map as well, Wolf.
Yeah.
Does work on the first point quite effectively. Well,
it's
not necessarily just the first point when you talk about Meta Athena as well. I mean, they want to be running this composition as often as possible, but
it's definitely at its strongest here on the first point and at that first archway after the cap, if Envyus is able to take that. So let's see, Taimu's going to drop out the Sonic Arrow immediately at first, but we'll see if he switches to the Widowmaker, because that's what the fan hope is, right? See if he can pop off.
Saya player demonstrating the fact that his mouse sensitivity is set much higher than a lot of FPS players are.
That's right.
Or he's able to move his mouse extraordinarily quickly. He's going to burn his mouse pad, Wolf.
That's right, it's got to be careful. All right, here's the all eyes on Taimu. The Sonic Arrow will be tossed out first to get the scout of the composition. There it goes. Let's see who he's going to switch to. Just going to be back to McCree.
McCree is impressive. Certainly a flex player, though. Is now Effect looking to try and get into that back line once again. Not going to get the pin. Here's Alpha. Got a bit of a Reinhardt battle, showing the shields to one another.
Very aggressive charge by Alpha.
Oh, there he is.
That's going to cost him his life to be so aggressive there. Doesn't get the pick. And Meta Athena is already backing off the point here. They're going to try to swing around to this hotel.
That was all about Effect just being right up in their grill there as well, so making sure that he can confirm the kill onto Alpha.
You've always got to be careful about committing to charges like this when you've got such a good player like Taimu to punish for it. Effect secures the kill. Has a Pulse Bomb already, looks to drop it. There it is. Gets a pick on Hoon. That means no Graviton Surge for this fight. This may just simply be the cap for Envyus. There it goes.
Yeah, everyone falling down. No opportunities now, and Envyus actually able to start moving this payload with 3 ultimates already charged up.
And this is the difference as to what Taimu can accomplish when he doesn't have Saya players Tracer harassing him non-stop, but he's more 1v1 at range with the Soldier.
Yeah.
He just had so much more free reign to use that hit scan and to take these long-range shots. We saw him get the last pick there to desync the spawns. And I feel like a lot of this went totally wrong when Alpha charged. I don't want to oversimplify the situation, but to pick off the Reinhardt, which is the core of your defense on this map early on, is so huge for Envyus, and they snowball things from there.
Bionic Grenade just to make sure that they don't get too much harassment down here, but Taimu on this high ground. Graviton Surge coming out. There's the Earth Shatter as well, but doesn't really do too much. It's just going to be Coco grabbing the kill onto Alpha. Taimu deals with that mech suit nicely, though. And this front line is getting torn up. Good sleep dart onto Coco, who just takes a bit of a rest in the middle of the street. Don't sleep on the road, ladies and gentlemen. That is a bad move.
Dangerous. And it's dangerous to walk into that Graviton Surge. Chips had the immediate Transcendence to come out to heal up his teammates, but they were still caught in an awful position where so much could be accomplished. And like you said, the Earthshare not doing too much on the side of Envyus. Now, Libero's got a self-destruct as well for an initiation in this fight.
Yeah, another Earthshatter comes down as Taimu. Decent positioning here to try and get this Deadeye, but no picks to be found.
Twice.
Mickey grabs Alpha.
Yeah, Alpha now twice with the charge forward, and Taimu helps to get the picks. So aggressive, this Reinhardt play we've been seeing from him so far. He's much more aggressive than his teammate Changshik, who's on sub right now, has been on the Reinhardt.
But in fact, he's been able to grab 3 kills here as Psyplay is getting hunted down by his Tracer. Alpha just rockets himself in there and sets up the shield, so that is at least going to be able to save the life of the soldier. But in fact, look at how far forward he is, buying so much space for Envyus.
Yeah, this is going to be such a hard job as a result with a long walk back here. It almost looks like it might just be an easy second cap as they move forward. Yes. Libero has the self-destruct to try to buy them time.
Still a fair way to go, but look at the fact he's playing with so much room here. Pulse Bomb isn't going to be able to find the target, doesn't get the stick onto the Ana, as Alpha is able to at least grab his second half as, oh my god, the double kill with the combo out from Meta Athena.
Bigger bang there. That's going to be a team wipe. They didn't even have to use the Earthshatter to get Mickey with the late respawn there. Very well played by Envyus. I called out Libero's ult there early. It was actually really well paired with Hoon. They came from 2 different angles, making it very difficult for Envyus to actually prepare there. And once again, the Transcendence was used quite early, so not very effective on the defense.
Meta Athena just showing so much coordination, making this triple tank composition look good. They still need to defend for longer. Envyus did get a lot of space brought to them by Effect and his incredible Tracer play. Alpha are able to grab 1 kill, but look at Envyus, able to answer back nicely. Earthshatter comes out, not able to claim the kills necessarily as the tack visors come in. With the help of all of these ultimates, it is working out here for Meta Athena. Envyus having to back away.
Still have to give big credit to Congo. That's how you charge.
Oh yeah.
That's actually how you make it happen. He comes in, gets the pick onto Alpha immediately, and gets the angle for a perfect Earthshatter. Still wasn't enough to push this all the way. The good attack visor that came out. Taimu's going to go for the second floor Deadeye here, but Alpha does protect.
Just getting them away from that payload as well. You saw he had a kill available, but didn't actually decide to go for it just to buy that space. Now Envyus really starting to put the needles into Meta Athena.
Helping to break that Reinhardt shield was where things started to go wrong there for Meta. It's going to be a several-man kill. They're just trying to shove this all the way to the checkpoint as they continue to stagger the spawns here now of Meta Athena.
Oh my god, yes, so much damage. And yeah, exactly right, very staggered as well. So that is going to be that point taken. Taimu really forward positioning behind his Reinhardt shield, just going to try and get through the one of Alpha.
Okay, so the big card up the sleeve of Meta Athena here is once again going to be the Graviton Surge. Love Effects positioning here. He's getting some intel for his teammates. It could drop down for some heavy pulse bomb damage once he finishes that up. Yeah. Okay, here it comes. He's just going to come from behind. Wow, he gets the angle.
Straight in there. Alpha is going to be able to pick up the first one. Chris to follow up as well. Nicely done by Meta Athena, and they know that as soon as Hoon has the ability to get his ultimate out there, you know it's going to hit in the right spot.
We're always going to see fireworks when this goes down. A little bit of a late Transcendence from Chips. And that was expensive for Meta Athena, of course, having to use that there. It's their trump card, but they will have another one built up very likely before the push finishes.
Yeah, Taimu just trying to peel for himself as he throws out another Deadeye. Shield is going to be up and available. Side play going down extraordinarily low as well after he switched to the McCree himself. Good stun. Able to find so many kills onto Hoon, exactly right. And his shield timings, everything like that, as soon as any focuses on him, he's able to take down the mech already. Gets the Baby Diva as well, as Libero's able to take down Chips, and Meta Athena stave off this attack once again. 1.5 minutes now for Envyus to make it quite a distance, honestly, here on King's Row.
Yeah, Taimu is, we had the shot at him the entire time, but unfortunately wasn't able to carry that fight. Here comes Alpha with the flank.
Oh, beautiful!
You can't walk into those.
As well.
If you walk into those, you're going to get punished. If you don't have vision, if you don't have the awareness of where the Rhine is.
If you walk into an earthquake, you're going to have a bad time. Well,
yeah, that's right. And That was a bad time there for Envyus. That totally shut that push down, buying so much more time for Athena to prevent the full push.
Deadeye comes out here as well for Sire players. He has built that one up. Not actually going to offer anything. His shield was up and available, so not able to actually take anything from that.
So much harassment actually here from Harry Hook. Needs to be careful not to find himself picked.
Yeah, this Pulse Bomb did actually fly out. Harry Hook's able to grab Alpha there. You mentioned that his harassment was going down as multitudes of ultimates are flying through that Graviton Surge. Not exactly doing what Meta Athena needed it to, and they're falling. They're being punished for it.
2 down, that's going to be 3. It's going to help them push around this corner. So again, Alpha getting picked, and there was a lot of that came actually from the harassment of Harry in the backline, forcing that Reinhardt shield to turn around. Very frustrating Lucio play, super aggressive from Harry Hook, the ex-DPS player.
Meta Athena will be alive again to try and stave this one off, but that has brought so much distance, 50 meters now for Envyus to make this payload get to the end.
So many ults to help this as well. Okay, we're going to see the Nano Cowboy here coming out.
Yeah,
doesn't pick anything up, but breaks the shield, but he's looking for the follow-up self-destruct once the shield is gone.
Cyplayer was able to answer. Grabs one. Libro's in with a kill as well. Meta Athena with a man advantage here in this fight for the moment. Goodbye on a grenade as Timer is able to capitalize. Libro doing the same thing. Self-destruct comes down as well. Meta Athena will not lose this one without a fight, because Envyus can't necessarily find their way in to get any more of these picks and hold off this point. Hoon is just such a beast in the front line as well. Cyplayer gets the stun onto Mickey. And they're just trying to keep him alive for as long as possible, get that stagger, and stop the overtime. That is going to be the payload right at the front door, but not quite through, Wolf.
Yeah, Cyplayer, we didn't have his first-person view there, but he did a ton of damage. He was very well protected. Once Mickey dropped down the Earth Shatter, he had a lot of room to work with, even though that was the self-destruct was looking to actually kill him, but while he was in Deadeye, but he didn't die, actually survived through that damage. He was far enough away, and then just kind of carried that fight afterwards. It was really well done, though, by Envyus to actually knock out Alpha of the fight, break his shield using Taimu's Deadeye, then send in the self-destruct afterwards, but it still wasn't enough to get that full push. But still, a pretty solid push overall by Envyus as we switch sides here.
Yeah.
And we'll see if Hoon wants to keep the Zarya on attack. That would be pretty aggressive to actually try to make that work, but he has done it in the past.
I'd be excited. I mean, you still have the opportunity of getting the Graviton pulse through the wall around the statue at the beginning, you know, all that sort of stuff. Doesn't matter whether you're on attack or defense for that one to work.
Definitely. Can help you win that fight, take that first point.
However, see whether Mickey's going to be a little bit more on point. There were some question marks there for his Diva play, because that Graviton Surge that we saw when we made it into the Foundry, I mean, his defense matrix was almost up. I mean, he was soaring towards the Zarya, trying to stop that Graviton Surge from coming out. However, just wasn't there quickly enough and managed to get that super influential ult that really bought Meta Athena so much time and ultimately stopped that payload from making it to the end of the point. So nice play from Meta Athena, but still some question marks here for Mickey, who was just such a pivotal member of this Envyus lineup.
Yeah, I do have to agree with that. It seems like if you compare Libero and Mickey so far, especially in terms of self-destruct usage, Libero has actually had it paired way more often, especially because of Hoon's Graviton Surges, whereas Mickey doesn't have many tools. He can't pair with Coco's Earth Shatter as often as I feel like he should be potentially in terms of these fights. So, see what we're going to run here on attack. With Chris on the Lucio. Hoon's still going to be around that Zarya. He wants to make this work.
Yeah, this triple tank coming out once again with Cyplayer on the McCree this time instead of the Soldier or the Tracer. Saw him at the end of the last round, but
they're going to try a drop-down push here from the high ground, but already Envyus has scouted this out.
Yeah, with these control compositions, you do want to be staying together like that, though, with these coordinated moves, and Cyplayer already able to grab the first pick here for Meta Athena.
Harry Hook's aggressive harassment ends up being the other side of the double-edged sword this time, as he does get picked off.
Setting themselves up now on the point, though, as Libero goes a little bit rogue, gets himself in there. Cyplayer, that fadeaway was so sick.
Backflips off the second floor. Right? It's like a Jedi or something. Okay, Effect drops down the poles, picks up a double.
The double!
That was really well placed there. I have to say, he is not disappointed so far on the Tracer. The angles of these pulse bombs and the harassment, sometimes he's just left to do so much free damage because of the positioning. He hides and then comes in when no one expects him.
Yeah. Meta Athena, though, you can see Hoon able to grab that nano, get a whole lot of pressure down
He's so
onto this
low.
point. Yeah, he is.
He's incredibly low, but he survives throughout all of this.
It means that Hoon can bait better with his shield, you know? Gets in there, it's like, oh, now they know. I know they're going to go for me now. His timing on those shields is so good there as well. As you can see, Envyus have been well and truly pushed back. Chips got picked. Man advantage available for Meta Athena. It's just business as usual as they cap that first point about as quickly as we saw Envyus grab it the first time around.
See if Kogo wants to do a sneaky flank Earth Shatter. This is not going to be the position to use it, but if he wants to try for it, he wants to hold on to that a little bit longer. As nearly with the Graviton combo for the bigger bang. She's been pretty successful so far.
Oh, there it is. Throws it down just to try and grab members off the high ground here on the side of Envyus. Libero as well grabs that mech suit back again as, oh, effect. Picks off the only DPS on this team. That is so important as Libero's looking for him, but Nano was enough to deal with it. Eventually he gets taken down.
Well, that was unfortunately for Taimo a pretty ineffective attack visor. And the fight
Seeing a few of those recently.
Yeah, the fight does end up in Envyus' favor. They buy some time here, push the cart back into that doorway, and self-destruct used. The Graviton Surge as well, just not very effective usage of ults on either side, but I think this is a positive trade for Envyus.
Yeah, Coco actually used that Earth Shatter as well and didn't get too much for it. Zalfa's setting himself up to try and defend in this streets phase.
Let's see if he charges for it. He's been doing that a lot. Okay, just gonna try for it, but misses. Actually, the shield was good there on the side of Coco.
Alpha going very aggressive right in on this fight. Chris staying back on the point, just trying to stop Effect from being frustrating. Coco's able to grab the pick with the Fire Strike, and Hoon, great positioning, 92% on the charge, just buzzsawing people with this laser beam.
He is buzzing like crazy, full energy there in that fight. Great shield usage, protecting Alpha for so long as well.
Yeah.
It makes Zarya look like a DPS and not a tank, so when you talk about the triple tank of Meta,
yeah, maybe this is a 2-2-2 composition.
Feels like it, right? Just really incredible shield usage, maintaining such high energy non-stop.
Yeah,
this is the Hoon Zarya that we've come to know and love, despite the fact that it's so off meta right now.
Well, Nuss is going to get taken down there by Timer, who had a great position. You did need to invest the attack visor into it, though, as Hoon grabs the double kill. Both supports destroyed by the Zarya, and this guy is proving exactly what he said in the startup video, saying, you will see my Zarya, and it will still be good.
He looks emotionless as well.
Yeah,
as
he is a machine.
He's just crushing through. You know, at first it looked like perhaps that sound barrier coming out from Chris was wasted. There was something to pair. It seemed like a panic one, but then Hoon comes around the side, full energy, and just wipes them out. Pinpoint accuracy with the grenades, and just always, because he's been so good with his shield selection, is so high energy. He's never below 60, pretty much.
It's just always at 80. We're seeing it right now. There's a kill with the self-destruct. Libero actually playing super aggressively, picks up the immobile Ana, and Sire player just capitalizing on this lack of support on the side of Envyus. It looks like this push will potentially be successful, but still one more defense, you could say, is good sleep onto Hoon, actually.
Well, he wanted to go down and drop that Graviton in the front.
Oh, and the two-man stun with the Earth Shatter. Not a lot of follow-up. The Graviton Surge comes in.
This is what he wanted. Look at this damage coming out. Full energy once again, just keeping him in the spawn. They're 3.98 meters away from the push. Saya player over the
God,
picks.
Envyus! That answer as well. Mech goes down. Alpha destroyed as well. The front line, the shields were dead, and it was Effect that saw to it.
It's always such a greedy thing to do when you're the Zarya, trying to go for the cap spawn, or the spawn cap with the Graviton coming over. And he really forced it to happen. Actually forced Envyus to waste several ults. And all looked lost until Effect came around with the double there. Actually, nice. Looking for the pick on the Saya, nearly gets it. Feels
Unfortunately, Melee's late after the dash, so can't actually finish off that kill. Oh, Taimo as well. He's able to help grab one as the front line from Envyus is doing so much work here. 3 already dead, and Chris is just going to suicide over the air. And Meta Athena they want to try this one more time.
Looks like finally we're seeing Effect. He's looked good all evening, but he's really hitting his stride
Starting
right
to warm
now.
up.
Yeah,
and this is what we're expecting, right? I mean, get the jitters out in the first game and come back and destroy in the second.
He's certainly destroying when it matters most right now. These super clutch plays. Definitely punishing the greed there for Meta Athena to go for the cap spawn. But Meta Athena will have several tools for the attack soon. Most notably missing, though, is the Graviton Surge. Great Violet Grenade here to protect him, but he does go down. In fact, once again with a Pulse Bomb kill.
Yeah, gets that pick as well, most notably. 6 versus 5 now, as Meta Athena are trying to do what they can, but Mickey just punches Alpha in the face. And again, this is going to be Envyus holding off on this fight.
Harry gets the kill there on the Baby Diva. As Effect is just looking once again for the high ground harass onto Alpha, who's just always charging forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Just one of the faster run back here.
I'm going to call him Hot Wheels from now on.
It feels like it, right? He's a special edition, so.
Yeah. Well, Effect needs to be very careful as he pops himself back, has a few dashes, he's absolutely fine, but is pushed away from that flanking position.
Just constantly harassing to get the Pulse Bomb up. So many ults available here for Envyus in just a moment.
Well, Effect able to grab side player there as well. So important when we're running so many tanks on the side of Meta Athena. Chris answers as Effect is eventually dealt with. Of course, Lucio is surprisingly good at dealing with that with the Tracer, as there's the Nanovisor coming out from Timer, who's getting a lot of damage into Meta Athena in this choke point around the corner.
Okay, they just need to make sure they don't get split here with their spawns, because they're going to have such a lot to work with. Here's the combo coming in, the bigger bang!
Oh my god!
That's what they were looking for. Now Saya finishes off his tack visor.
Oh, and Effect only just respawned and immediately goes down. We've got 3 meters as Meta Athena are piling.
All right, coming out one by one. There's the Earth Shatter coming in, and they are just stopping them in their tracks over and over again. Effect coming in for the harass now. Needs to slow this down.
Coco's going to get to the point here. Effect actually now with a bit of protection, but look at the shields coming out from Meta Athena. They do make it there. How did they not get on the point?
It looks like they were trying to deal with Alpha there at the front, who was slept early, but someone needed to stand there to deny the push. And they had such a solid defense repeatedly there, but once the combo came out, it feels like that's what Envyus is really struggling to deal with.
Yeah.
Is these bigger bang. And the question will be the Sombra. It's not a given on this map by any means, but Chips is on it so far. The suspense was given by those player cams.
Yeah.
He may commit to it. I'm hoping so.
Can certainly. Sombra's very, very good at baiting you, because she just throws a little translocator backwards.
Yeah, and she can simply, basically it's impossible to stop a Sombra who's teleporting with translocator, so where it goes is where it stays.
I was more just talking for the fact that, you know, she can warp all the way out of base and then just run back and switch characters really, really quickly.
Yeah,
it's really frustrating.
That's definitely true in terms of like us as casters trying to figure out if,
yeah,
if
exactly.
they're going to really be playing it, but I think they are.
Yeah, they are. They're committed. So it will be the triple DPS composition with the Sombra, and I like it a little bit more having just the Lucio, and you can utilize Taimu for that as well. I mean, he does have his own healing. Now Chips is going to be popping around, getting all the information that he can. So Athena jumping straight onto this point.
Yeah, they're not going to be running dive. It's going to be Pharmacy, as Libero is actually taken out here already by Taimu. The accuracy there. Side player looks for the flanking kills, not for finding. They're just going to reset for the push with Libero respawning.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic here for Envyus, though. I mean, Libero is just so pivotal for this composition to work from Meta Athena.
They're not going to be running the Genji, interestingly. Just want to try to use the Sphera, as well as the Saya player DPS on the side of things. Chips has the EMP available. Doesn't want to use it yet. Wants to wait for a juicier EMP, bigger moment. This could be it. Gets everyone in this bottom floor before they can go up the stairs. Maybe a 1-for-1 though.
It's actually quite effective out of Envyus, and now they're able to grab the kills. Taimu finishing off multiple players off the end there. Libero's going to get sniped out. Effect with the long-range sniper Tracer. Not something you're necessarily used to. A side player says, yep, we are definitely going to start this one again.
Yeah, it's always fun to see the Volskaya. It almost feels like when the resets happen, it's like lemmings just running and jumping off the side.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Taimu is going to be up here once again on the second floor, completely uncontested so far.
Charges the ultimate though. Chip's doing exactly the same thing as another EMP comes out. Got to stop talking about EMPs getting charged, honestly, because it's so quick.
It's pretty much always going to be up.
Yep, let's just assume EMP available. Throws it out now, and that is going to mean not a lot, to be perfectly honest, until now. Alpha's able to answer back nicely. Those side player doing the same.
The key
There's going to be a couple of picks on both sides. In fact, everyone answering. Meta Athena actually coming out the best of this.
The key here is that Chris was EMP'd, and also there was no res available. So
that was sick from Mickey, by the way.
Yeah. like, I will never lose a 1v1. All right, looks like he wants to actually delay this push. Remember, Chris has the res, so it's going to be very difficult to actually stop this cap. But he just wants to buy some time, quite literally, without dying.
Yeah.
Chips is actually stuck in here as well. They're actually going to commit here, diving on.
They all managed to make their way back in, as now we're seeing what Hoon can do with this self-destruct. Not sure whether the space was quite enough there as Sire player able to grab the mech from Mickey.
Barrage still available, looking for an angle here.
Oh,
this
Sire
space is
player now
Envyus.
with the ultimate able to start picking up some of these kills. Chips unable to grab too much as there's the rocket barrage. Good positioning as well, as the Primal Rage can't really answer this one.
Yeah, not to forget that there's a res available for meta Athena. So I think the idea here for Envyus was this is going to be very futile in terms of defense. We want to buy some time. We also want to force them to use a lot of their ults, because if they take the point and have all those same ults to push point B, they might do a double cap. So well played by Envyus to actually force them to use so many of the resources.
Oh, side player, phenomenal tracking. Knows exactly where Effect's going to be flying back to. It's going to be Mickey losing his mech there as well. This could spell disaster on the side of Envyus.
So the pick here for Alpha is actually nearly about to have another Primal Rage available.
So much room to work with now for Libero as well. He's just raining hell down on top of Envyus.
Okay, Chris having that res is so important too. Okay, here comes Taimu.
Oh,
finds a nice angle, gets
beautiful
double.
tracking.
That looks like that's going to be into this push.
Yeah,
See you
Libero.
later. Oh, nice kill
my
by Libero.
God.
Picks up the double.
What?
Takes effect as well. I want to see a recap of that. Does skip a salute as he gets taken out by Chips there at the end. Well, that was pretty impressive.
He knew what was up, though. He was like, yeah, you may have killed me, but I answered that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now has the rocket barrage straight up and available again, so that's the reward that he's going to get
this
for all that work put in.
So good of a push for them to build ults. Chris is going to have res soon.
Got close to 6 actually right now. Envyus only with a couple available, and Chips was immediately taken down, like you said. So Libero picks up that kill as he respawns. Mickey just going to boot the monkey out of the way. Timer is able to grab Nusso on the back end. A lot of support now missing. They're relying on the Mercy here to try and get the work done, but look at this. Chips is running through, looking for that EMP, throws it out. Not sure whether he got exactly the members that he wanted to.
So.
Meta Athena, look at that. The rocket barrage, the tac visor, the combos, and the kills. That's going to be the cap.
They used the EMP just a little bit too late. It looks like Chips, very conservative with his usage there.
Or it was the positioning, right? Just maybe not quite in range. Because
after it goes
you
down,
pressing your buttons, and they press some hella buttons towards the end there.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the ults they had saved were all available because of that earlier push where they actually got so much stun. They almost got the cap, but they didn't really use ults for it, and they built so much there. They had the res, gave them so much opportunity to, in a short window of time, build up those ultimates to go in for this follow-up push. And the key tool for Envyus to deny that was the EMP. Whether it was too late or just didn't connect, doesn't matter what the reason was, because it didn't stop those ults from flying, and that's how Meta Athena had the double cap.
Yeah, really stunning stuff. But building themselves a 320 time bank there at the same time, which is honestly a difficult one to overcome. I mean, I haven't seen much better on Volskaya Industries unless you have that phenomenal stagger on the first point into the full snowball. Like, as soon as you don't get that, it's normally like, we're playing this one to overtime, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this is basically a 4.5 out of 5 stars time bank here for Meta Athena. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good.
I love this. The fact that we actually get to see some Sire player Widowmaker, and we can prove to you guys that we won't lose our minds when he goes off, because I personally can't handle how good this guy is at shooting people in the head, to be
the moment
honest.
when Saya knows the observer is watching him too.
Like, see, I always get baited.
The moment you know a Saya player knows the observer's watching and he emotes and walks back, that's next level fan service. So, gonna switch to the soldier though, and it will just be the 2-2-2 with the Saya player soldier up on the high ground. I mean, as Hoon has found a hole in the roof. I've seen this before.
Yes, we have. It's often a Winston with that charged leap.
Well, we'll give Diva the same extra damage for her boost as well, but not going to find anything with it this time.
Just going to be adorable.
Okay, Effect looks to harass here, but he's found immediately, unable to get the pick. Does build a little bit of Pulse Bomb, though, on his way out.
Important to know that Chris was up there to answer the Tracer there as well. just with the boop, with the fact that he does so much more damage now after the buffs. As Timer is able to take down Alpha. Frontline now well and truly crippled on the side of Meta Athena, as Hoon is going to see a lot of this focus as well. Aggressive positioning by Mickey as well on this Winston. It's just pushing Sideplayer away from this one. Envyus really want to try and get on this point. Sideplayer gets popped.
At least he got some heals there for the percentage to build. But Envyus is just taking them off one by one, picking them up and knocking them down.
Yeah, the grenades and the Helix rockets, and my God.
Very early cap. Yeah, that was a very large time bank. So we talked about how 320 is very difficult to achieve, but they're going to have 7 minutes to make it happen.
Pulse bomb flies through. Just going to try and get onto the other side here. Good barrier comes down as well as Effect grabs Chris. That's another kill as Timer is trying to get this snowball cap. Sideplayer answers, but there's Coco with more. Helix Rocket's going to pick one up onto Sideplayer as well. And now we've just got a lone diva on this point on the side of Meta Athena trying to hold this one.
Chris wants to buy some time here, but he's already very low. Down he goes. This could actually be a very quick double cap. Sideplayer's forced out here by Mickey.
This is precisely what we were talking about. It can happen, and there it is.
Whoa!
Envyus with 6 minutes in the bank.
Well, this was very well practiced by Envyus. You know, the 2-point capture, a map that we've seen Western teams fail to practice in the past. Even publicly say in interviews that it was not our focus. And, you know, you don't even have to win it to win a best of 5. But in this case, I felt like that was the most practice we saw out of Envyus. Chips with the Sombra play. Really well done. Good execution on the attack. And able to chain those two together.
And really execution has a double meaning in this particular series as well, Wolf, because they executed beautifully and they executed Meta Athena in that last point. That was just so good.
They did.
Get to play with their hearts again.
And it feels like Effect. It's like he's leveling up from map to map, from round to round.
Yeah.
His harassment, phenomenal there.
He's not even at his full power level yet.
Remember, guys, this is his first televised match ever played on stage.
And it's his birthday.
It's his birthday, and he's playing against his former team. Okay, how much more tense can it get for this new player? Who's #1 on the ladder. It's the highest ranking in Korea currently as of today in Overwatch. So, you know, there's so much pressure on the back of this player, and I feel like, honestly, he's been doing quite well, all things considered.
Oh, he's been playing fantastically. It's just, you know, when we know that he is such a pivotal member of this team at the moment, he does need to be doing so much more for the team than other Tracer players would be expected to, right? So, yes, we expect a lot, and it means that even if he's playing extraordinarily well, maybe he's not playing unbelievably well, you know, which is sort of the question mark here, as Chips is going to go invisible and see what he can do, but no dice at all, as Meta Athena just steamrolling onto the point and into this building. Chips trying to get out, does so effectively, nicely done, and it's actually going to be Envyus answering with a couple of kills. Support, frontline, both taken down, and that is going to be Chris falling as well. No one to get any heals. Libero knows that he's going to die. Harry Hook's going to grab that kill, and everybody else is going to do some seppuku off the edge.
I mean, Chips is known for his accuracy on the Ana when he plays it, but now playing the Sombra, that was very well done. He bought so much time because so many resources were actually committed to killing him back there. His survivability in that location with the translocator there to actually get back onto the hacked health pack, very well done. Didn't even have to use the EMP, so it is available here. And Meta Athena, remember, their time bank was much smaller. Only 2 minutes left to go.
Oh, another one. Yeah, look at this guy. He's going completely ballistic. That's going to be Hoon. Probably losing the mech here as well, as Envyus are just not letting Meta Athena get any work done on this attack. Chips grabs the mech, he grabs the monkey, Effect grabs a kill, he's hacking everyone. Like, this Sombra play, you mentioned the fact that he's been practicing it, and this is something that you've been waiting for, Wolf, and this is not disappointing.
No, definitely not. And it was one of the big unknowns coming into this is, you know, how well has that practice been paying off? You know, how practiced is this player who's never done it before in Apex going to do it? It's been good. Libero with the boop attempt here.
Yeah, that was a cute little try.
Cheeky.
Yeah.
So, almost 6 ults available for Envyus right now. They have the EMP to deny those of Meta Athena. They can build another EMP in a minute and a half.
Well, it's only going to be a 1-for-1 at the moment, actually. EMP not necessarily getting a lot done. Oh, God, Libero kills himself. on the close range target. Big pulse bomb is going to be able to grab the mech and Nuss as well, and Chips is going to finish this one off with the kill onto Chris.
And this is not the first time we've seen him prep these explosions for the res. He's been trying it all night. That was the biggest success he's had. Side player, though, does maintain control of the high ground here. But drop down this tack visor to look for a pick.
Not a lot of kill opportunities here available, and the sound barrier was so important out of Harry Hook just to deny that ultimate completely. Now Sire player just getting hunted down. The Tesla cannon doing a lot of work just to make sure positional advantage remains in favor of Envyus. He wants that high ground so bad. You can see it as Taimu able to take down Alpha, and without that soldier there to offer any pressure, Taimu just has fish in a barrel to shoot at.
Libero's trying to make it fish in the barrel over here, but he's having a lot more trouble. Actually drops down here. Very risky situation there.
With projectiles, it's harder to hit the fish, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Certainly so. Well, Envyus is going to have another EMP available for this last push. There's nothing on the side of Meta Athena in terms of ults right now.
It's going to be a zoning ultimate flying through there. Hoon throws in the self-destruct. Now we've got an EMP flying up, and Chips immediately destroyed. Hoon just says, nope, we're going to want you out of that one. Now the Baby Diva is just trying to defend this point, but we're into overtime and it is ticking down. Nuss gets himself onto that point now, and you can see Envyus stuck in this building. Not a lot of members have made it back here, but now Taimu is going to be there. He's on the point. Coco gets a kill with the Primal Rage, and that is going to be no support left available for Meta Athena. Ticking down now. This could be the full hold on point one for Envyus, and that's going to be that.
Very well played there, having just more efficient trades over and over. I have to give the MVP to Chips. Effect had that amazing pulse bomb on top of the res that allowed them to just totally nullify it. That's such an important ultimate because you can bring your entire team back to life if used correctly, but they respawned in their own graves as that pulse bomb came in and wiped everybody out, including the mech from the Diva. So very well played by Effect, but it was just non-stop harassment and really good accuracy coming out from Chips over and over. Yeah. And now this is a very, very long time bank to defend through for Meta Athena. 6 minutes and 18 seconds.
Good God. Well, Envyus only need to get that first ding on the point as well.
That's right.
Shouldn't be too difficult, as last time we saw them take this, it was a matter of what? 10 seconds?
Well, you basically just, you can't mess up for a second or you're done.
Yeah.
So you have to be hyper perfect for 6 minutes and 18 seconds. This is almost impossible. We saw the impossible done by Envyus. They basically doubled Meta Athena's time bank. This is an even tougher feat to deal with this large time bank and not let any ticks go through. This is going to be a near impossible task for Meta Athena. And they make the miracle happen.
Thankfully for Meta Athena, they were actually able to get one tick. If you're not able to get one tick, then it's just ridiculous. I mean, Envyus just walks up, and if they can have one person on the point by themselves ever, then they win, right? So at least now they need to win a fight and stick on the point for quite a decent chunk of time. But I mean, that is the only good news story here for Meta Athena really at all, honestly, is Effect going very aggressive, just testing the waters there over on the high ground, making sure that he can buy pressure for Envyus to get in over on that left-hand side.
There's no reason to get greedy. What Envyus should try to do here is just build as many ults as possible, just harass, play passively, because they have such a large time bank to just hit this once.
I love that. Effect just knows exactly where Chris is and just avoids him. Hops over to the other side. Already Alpha. He's grabbed a double onto Coco and Harry Hook. Meta Athena answering.
They're going to have to do this 6 more times now. They've got 1 of the 6, I should say,
yep.
Of the defenses they're going to have, but it's going to get tougher and tougher as Envyus starts to build those ultimates. So Meta Athena needs to be very careful, and they don't want to let Envyus build up their ults too much, which is why Isaiah's not just spamming until Effect comes in here, because he doesn't want to give those ults away for free.
Oh, understanding exactly where he's going to be. Nice little snapback there. Side player's unable to get it, but you can just see. Knows exactly what's up. Effect is actually doing battle very effectively, even though side player is so good at knowing exactly where he's going to be. Alpha now just swinging wildly here. As that nanoed up Primal Rage. Doing some work. Okay. Meta Athena once again answer the push.
They've been being very efficient time and time again. They don't want to hold on to these ults like it's all they've got. They don't want to use them early. That's what Envyus is going to try to bait out here. So, again, Saya player with attack visor. It's going to be a nice tool. It's an emergency situation tool, though, for them. They don't want to use it unless it's absolutely required, and he has the perfect angle to make it valuable. Athena taking that right side defensive position, so once again, left.
Oh, Pulse Bomb grabs Chris. Going to be one of his biggest enemies there. Dealt with, and Effect immediately makes his way out. He's so slippery.
Oh, there's another double there! Time and chips for Libero, though.
Yeah, there's the answering Tracer play. Didn't actually see it, as Alpha's just going to Goomba Stomp Effect there as well. And once again, Meta Athena hold off. And Mickey has to jump off the edge.
So that's two. Two big pushes stopped, but even
they're
though
almost down to the entire time that Envyus had.
Yeah, but look, now Envyus has...
Sorry, Meta Athena had to try and attack. Yeah.
Envyus has so many ults now, though, Atlas, and basically they're going to have all 6. Can Meta Athena make it work this time against every tool in the book? It's going to be the big question. They have to, of course, to win this map, win the series, or at least force a tiebreaker, I should say.
Well, managed to get the nano out just in time here, but Envyus just throwing down every single Q button that they can find on their keyboard. And that is going to be so many kills already. Remember, it's only one tick that they need to get to. There it is! No, not quite.
Nearly.
Meta Athena holding them off, but that's going to be that. That's going to be 2-point capture going over to Envyus. Nicely done. And this could be the beginning of the reverse sweep.
It could be. Don't always want to throw those words out too early, but with the energy there and how dominant that map was for Envy, it's definitely a possibility. And it was basically all the cards in the deck were stacked against Meta Athena because of the incredible double push we saw from Envyus earlier. A real seat open in the house.
And they're not actually all that vocal at the moment, but there are just so many people here. We can't really show you the full picture right at the moment because we are ready to start off this Dorado, but take our word for it.
All right, so it's Hoon on the Diva so far, but remember, it's going to be the defensives are really talking about more so. He may switch, of course.
His Diva has been pretty damn good today as well.
It really has. We were talking about that in the commercial break. That was one of the big stories. Is we were really highlighting his Zarya play because that's the kind of storyline we've been following in terms of his best hero, but his Diva has not been disappointing. Neither is Libero's Diva. Really feels like right now Meta is practicing Diva with a lot of their players to have the flexibility in these comps.
Which is like exactly what we asked of them after the BK Stars series. It was a 3-1 win for Meta Athena, but there were so many question marks that we had for these guys, and the biggest one was flexibility. And now it's exactly what you said, man. They've figured it out. And we are going to be seeing that pharmacy composition coming out once again. Libero so deadly if he can get into the right positions, already starting to throw out these rockets.
So Saya player just trying to have this low ground McCree as well. While the Pharah takes the attention, he's looking to pick off the squishies in the back line. Libero just clearing out the second floor here.
Yeah, good high ground pressure there from actually the low ground from Libero, which is interesting. Saya player now on the McCree as well. Find this cute. I haven't seen a lot of Fire and McCree at the same time. Boom! See you later effect. That's your head. And it's no longer there.
Yeah, Hoon did get, looks like, charge killed by Kogo, and he's actually building quite a bit of percent with that. So actually, pretty good percentage-wise in terms of ultimates here for Envyus, despite that pick. Mickey's going to get the kill onto Alpha as well.
Yep, Taimu just trying to keep himself in the right position. Defense Matrix up here to just stop the Soldier having so much of an effect on the high ground.
Feels like Meta is actually really struggling to his first push up, but they do.
Oh, Libero! Yeah, Taimu just knows exactly what's up there. He's going to take him down. Good res comes out from Nuss to start this one off. Deadeye gets everyone away from this payload just to try and get it through this archway. Side player not going to be able to get any kills off that one.
Well done by Coco as well to just back away, not even lose any of his shield power there. Just back off, no reason to just eat that damage.
Yeah.
And Envyus wants to take the fight here where they have a better
Harry
angle.
Hook just triple tapped him with the orbs, and Side player was dead.
DED, man.
That was just a fully charged right click, man, right to the face.
Well, that was very well done. Envyus has so many tools here, and they're backing up for the perfect combo. Let's see how they use this. As Meta Athena is very aware of this. They already used their res. Perhaps they just want to wait for a second one before they fully commit in. Saya switches over.
Oh, God, there it is. Looking for these shots. We do have just the immediate kill, though, from Effect. This is the difference. Can't play that Widowmaker when Effect is just going to grab a beeline on you and take you down. Nuss even struggling with this long-range damage as Mickey able to finish that kill off with help by Effect.
Yeah, against BK Stars, when there wasn't a Star Tracer player to get to the backline to harass, perhaps this is a much easier, but
I don't even think there was a Tracer in that composition.
That's true, and in this case, you know, you have one of the best Tracers in terms of the ladder, right? On solo queue, actually, to immediately deal with the Widowmaker.
The side player was looking for the flick onto him, as he knew exactly where he was going to respawn after popping off the edge, but he has to be so careful because, yeah, Effect just knows exactly where to go, and they don't need to invest multiple resources into this Widowmaker as well, because Effect says, I can do this all by myself. So close, really nice heals. Really
patient by Saya there, too. He just kind of stood there. Harryhook picks up the kill onto Hoon as well. It's an aggressive
There's a rocket barrage in the backline, though. Harryhook and Taimu both going to fall down. Alpha going to follow up with a kill onto Chips. So Envyus losing half of their team.
This feels like these pushes haven't been very strong, though, for Meta Athena. They're struggling really hard.
Yeah, they can't gain control even though they are getting picks.
It's just that Saya is not able to really even fire. He's constantly on the retreat, and when he moves back, then Effect is harassing somebody else. He's already moved on. This feels like it might be time for the Widowmaker pick to go, especially with the pick here. See if he swaps. Yeah, he's going to switch to the Soldier. This was just not working out because Effect was so effective. Pun intended. Get to the backlines and harass him, forcing him off the high ground.
Shadow comes out. That's actually 3 stuns coming out from Coco. Nicely played as Envyus find their way back to this payload to try and stop its progress. Chips is going to grab a grenade kill onto Nuss there as well. I like it. Libero just hunting for stragglers now.
Time's running out for Meta Athena. Saya switched, but he doesn't have Attack Visor available. Taimu does. Harry's got the Transcendence.
Do you think that we've finally now seen Envyus' final form, Wolf?
Like, it starts to feel like it. I just really feel like Saya player should have been more willing to switch off the Widow earlier. He's so stubborn, and I think that cost them big on this first push. Already harassed now with the Soldier as well. Once again, Effect not backing down. There's the kill onto Chris.
Yeah, gets himself out there. Attack Visor comes in for Taimu. Chipsaven is able to take down side player there as well. The Soldier unable to get anything done for Meta Athena. This overtime should be ticking down because Envyus have just performed themselves a team wipe.
There you have it.
That is going to be that.
78.96. And look, we talk about how Dorado is such a great map for Meta Athena. This is talking about Hoon Zarya on the defense, but when you have such a weak push, I mean, even with a great Zarya play, even with perfect Zarya play, this isn't going to be very difficult for Envyus to actually push through.
Meta Athena were playing that entire time without a backline because it was Effect always in the face of side play. I mean, some of that Zenyatta play as well. I mean, to have that fully charged right click immediately kill the McCree, I mean, side play honestly would just be sitting down right now saying, what the hell happened, guys?
He also killed...
He couldn't do anything.
He knocked Hoon out of the Diva suit and finished him off several times. There were a few good charge kills from Coco as well.
Yeah.
It was just overall a really, really solid defense from Envyus. And Saya player's stubbornness on the Widowmaker, he just didn't get any value there. It was his teammates really that were getting the picks. But here's Hoon Zarya now, coming out on Dorado. This is what we were talking about. And he's going to have the miracle hold here, as that was a very weak start, not even getting the first checkpoint.
Yeah, this is their defense composition, though. This is the tried and true Meta Athena flavor comp. But my god, it is going to have to do everything here.
So if Saya player dies, for any reason, there's so much pressure on Saya player now, as the solo DPS here, Effect harassed him to death.
No, it's a 2-2-2, remember. I mean, Hoon, he does the damage.
Sure, okay. But in terms of range DPS, you know, the hit scan that Saya player has, if Effect can consistently pick him off, as we saw already on the defense, then Envyus is going to have an easy push through. It's really all about Hoon. How quickly can he build the Graviton Surge? Taimu's going to scout out the composition, but he's probably pretty sure already what Meta Athena is running here.
All right, well, Sonic Arrow is going to fly through. I thought that the bells might be doing the Simpsons theme, but we didn't actually get it. It is possible.
It is definitely possible.
Triggers me every single time. Just heard that song way too many times. Okay, now Effect looking for that flanking play once again. He's already so deep.
I mean, he is not messing around. He's got the recall here. Just wants to build up a pulse bomb to knock Saya player out once again, forcing them away. They could get so much early push this way.
The thing is, like, if Libero's now having to deal with Effect, then that's no defense matrix on the save, and like that's just so difficult to deal with and so important for Effect, who's just not going to get taken down because he's so frustrating.
Yeah, it's so much free push
there's
here.
the stun. Nuss going to get taken down by Taimu. Nice headshot.
Oh, there's the kill on the Saya. Remember, that's just only Hoon for the damage now. Does get the pick on the Mickey's mech here.
Oh, the bionic grenade there for the heal deny.
I mean, this is just a wipe nearly. Envyus is just playing Toronto way better. They crushed this game.
What's
and
the
we are
speed
going to
limit?
Game 5.
That payload was moving so fast, Wolf. Ain't nothing stopping that one. And yeah, Game 5, the reverse sweep, an opportunity.
On one of Meta Athena's best maps, with a Zarya play, didn't even get to see the Graviton Surge. The push came out so early because Effect hit that backline hard. And it finally feels like this is the Effect we've heard so much.
I get it.
Oh, Meta Athena fans well and truly behind them to try and stop this reverse sweep from Envyus. See whether they can actually do it. We'll see exactly what Envyus have planned for the defense. There are a lot of different compositional options. Mickey? Oh, he's gonna, I swear he's messing with this.
Yeah, he wants to spam
That's
his abilities.
right. I ain't gonna fall for that.
Saya player is much better pleasing the crowd though with these, I have to say.
Yeah.
Saya player emoted and everything.
I just love that Meta Athena are now like going for the attack Torbjorn, now the attack Orisa. Oh yeah, I believe this.
Oh, I totally
Let's
believe it.
analyze it right now, Wolf.
Yeah. What if it?
Okay.
I'm like Chris. Maybe he's a really good Widow player. We don't know. He's never played it before, but he's played some Ana this time, so maybe.
Who knows? I wonder whether this is going to be the composition out of Envyus as well.
Yeah,
Harry Hook's hopping over to the Soldier. We know that he's comfortable on this character, but
it's going to leave them with the
real
solo
different.
heal for the Ana. Now, we've seen Harry Hook do this exact same style before on this map. It's like a pseudo secondary support with the DPS coming out from the Soldier, controlling the high ground. They're going to have Effect for Harass and Taimu for the hooks. This is the first here.
Effect is able to jump into this backline, but already Meta Athena have hopped onto this point. Timer just, what is this? The flanking.
Oh!
There's the hook. That's going to be a dead McCree.
Just really feels like Envyus knows exactly how to isolate and remove Saya player, and that's the tactic they've decided to go with ever since Volskaya, and it has been real effective. Hoon, they do a lot of extra damage here, but we'll have to back off. That was a support here from Changshik.
Yeah, they're in well and truly a bad position as there's the Pulse Bomb. Effect is going to be able to grab Hoon. Timer with a crit there as well, as now Envyus are just cleaning up.
Just feels like it was unnecessary to drop down the nano boost there as well. The idea is to, with Hoon having large amounts of energy and the nano boost on him, to get a Graviton Surge and then suddenly turn that fight, but I think that was pretty optimistic there. So thus, she completely wastes it here.
I love this about Hollywood as well. You just see so many creative compositions. Envyus really utilizing self-heal so much with this composition. Taimu can just have a bit of a drink, get his health back. You've got Harry Hook who's got the healing field there as well. Helps out his teammates at the same time, but oftentimes it's utilized just in solo.
Oh, we're going to see Changshik come for the angle here on the Reinhardt. More known for his Rein than Alpha was, so perhaps why the sub. Coming around here though, Sound Barrier is down. Taimu with the whole hog pop though, already picks up one.
Yeah, Chris has managed to get one kill, but Saya player, the fact that he's lost is so important, and now Envyus just tearing him up. Harry Hook's able to grab a kill with the Helix Rockets there as well, just proving that he should probably be a DPS, as Effect is able to chase everyone down. Successful defense once again, and only 2 minutes left remaining. Envyus to go for this full hold. Been saying that a lot.
Well,
has been pretty important here for this team.
Meta Athena still doesn't have, very importantly, that Graviton Surge that's so critical for this composition they have. And even if they have it, they don't have much burst. It's going to be Changshik who's going to have to make this happen. He's coming in right now. Pulse Bomb's on him. They target him down. Nano's on him as well, but he gets picked immediately. Effect on the backside. He is living up to his reputation this evening.
Yep, living up to his name as well. This man has been well and truly effective. There's the zoom. Well deserved there as well. So Meta Athena found absolutely nothing with that push apart from a Graviton Surge.
Okay, they're going to have to make this happen here with this combo. Perhaps they want to wait for the self-destruct for the bigger bang. We've seen it work many times tonight. Are they just going to toss this in? Hoon is actually way up in the front lines. Looks like they want to force it.
Oh, Taimu's able to get the pick, and this is so important. If it's a 6v5, they can't rely on this coordinated play out of Meta Athena. They have to go back and wait. Changshik's going to die as well. They do not have many more opportunities to get this done. Only 50 seconds now remain, and Envyus just have so much control.
And another wasted nano boost coming out from Nuts. Not so much wasted this time, but immediately Changxing was picked off by the Pulse Bomb and that targeting from Envyus, so he doesn't have it for this follow-up push. The one they're going to have to Hail Mary to make it work. Looking to go around the backside here.
Yeah, just trying to get a different way in. You can see D.Va in perfect position. The Deadeye's going to come out. Side player just looking to try and push them in to funnel them into the right position.
Sound barrier's up already.
Yep, Coco has that Earth Shatter available as well. They need to be so careful with where these shields are being positioned, but they're getting corralled right now. Harry Hook grabs a kill first. Envyus have so many ultimates available for this defense. Only 10 seconds remain, and that is the team wipe. See you later, Meta Athena. That's the full hold for Envyus.
Pretty sure Mickey ate that Graviton Surge too, which is so critical. There's another Pulse Bomb from Effect, and that is it. The full hold coming out from Envyus. And the reverse sweep, you called it out, we might potentially see that. We saw that dominant game on Volskaya, then an even more dominant game on Dorado, and that push, I feel like the wind is out of the sails of Meta Athena right now. And this team, Envyus, they've looked so happy. Timer with the thumbs up.
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
They've looked so energized. They've looked so hyped throughout the entire match. Even down 0-2, they never really lost the momentum, it feels like. Whereas Meta Athena just looks really weak. And finally, it starts to feel like Hoon Zarya is a crutch more than a tool on this map. Of course, that was on attack, but they didn't get a single cap. So just like Dorado, we talk about how strong Hoon's defensive Zarya is, but if there's nothing on their side, then they have to counterwise full hold, and it's just so difficult against Effect, who's just getting into the back line.
I just feel like it's just complete. This whole series is epitomized by that final moment where you see the tank charging forward on the side of Meta Athena, and then the Pulse Bomb explodes him. Like this is precisely how it feels, because we have Effect fully charged and fully comfortable by the looks of things. As right now, I'm actually just watching Mickey go ballistic. Him and Time are having the best time ever right now in that booth.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see some of that. We get some of these player cams in.
I have to give credit again to Harry Hook. The ability to have this player, who's also such a great and aggressive Lucio. We've seen it all night. You know, just plays so well on the Soldier because he has that background, the ability to play the Soldier 76, the ability to shift the composition on this map and go back to an old favorite style of Envyus. It starts to feel like Apex Season 1 Envyus we're watching right now. Chips as well, showing his flexibility. His Zenyatta has popped out Hoon out of the mech multiple times, and his Sombra even on Volskaya. This looks to be a new, completely reformed Envyus.
The thing that impresses me so much is just the mental fortitude from this Envyus lineup. Even when they were down 2 games, there were like 2 players with frowns. Everyone else was still having the best time ever. They still knew that they could get this work done. They knew that they had to just wait for Effect to get comfortable on this stage, and it didn't affect their mental game whatsoever. We'll see whether now on attack they're going to be able to get the work done and see that control of the high ground so important immediately as Effect gets that pick off onto Nuss. He wants more as well as he's focusing down the supports and the tanks. See you later, Changxing. You are not getting any more done. What the hell is this guy doing?
Look at this tracking. He's untouched, by
the way.
Like
he's invisible.
Yeah, they can't really stop him here. And this is just so much damage done already for Effect. He is killing it now.
And a Pulse Bomb already coming out. It's only been seconds into this game. They get the mech. They get the snipes on Hoon as well. Libero's dead. I mean,
they're looking for the cap. They're so close. Look at this. He is just invincible back here. No one's dealing with him. He's lightning's fast. His tracking's incredible. And target selection on the side of Envyus.
That's why he's rank 1. How many kills already out of Effect? They're just feeding him right here. And that is going to be that. Envyus succeed with the reverse sweep. We should have known. They've been scrimming against Lunatic High, the reverse sweep kings, and they're going to do it. That Hollywood was so fast and so clean.
That was so clean. The crowd goes wild after the win. Even a few Meta Athena fans jumped out of their seats. You have to respect play like that. And it looks like Envyus is back to full form, taking out last season's semifinalists. Remember, Meta Athena was 1 win away from actually defeating Lunatic High and going to the finals. Maybe there's a parallel universe where they win it. They win the finals, who knows? But they got dominated in those last 3 maps. Well prepared by Envyus. And in fact, I feel like he really came into his own at the end there. He struggled a little bit on the first 2 maps, but especially on that last map, I mean,
this is exactly the celebration you're expecting as well. Everyone gathering around Effect. I'm pretty sure that he just got player of the game.